Hi, let's compile tiled. We first download the tiled source code. Then we download Qt. We also download Python. And we download MSys2. And finally we download the OpenSSL source code. Here is some documentation for the parameters used. Your download directory should look something like this. We begin by installing Qt. And then select the min-gw toolchain. We install Python, select Customize, and add Python to the environment variables. We also need to add a custom environment variable called Python home. We then unpack the tiled source code. And open the project file. In Qt Creator, we only select the 64-bit release configuration. And click on the hammer icon to build the project. When we run the project, we see that it works mostly, but still shows an error about TLS. We navigate to the build directory and try to run tiled from there. But this results in other different error messages. To fix that, we open a command prompt especially configured for Qt, change the directory to the build directory, list all executable files, and call win-deploy-qt with these as parameters. This copies the files which tiled depends on into the build directory. Now we can see that tiled runs outside of the Qt creator, but the TLS error still persists. We now unpack the OpenSSL source code. Its contents look something like this. Then we install MSys2. We locate the path to the min-gw toolchain that's shipped with Qt. And recognize that the make command has a different naming. We open the MSys2 terminal and change the path environment variable to contain the min-gw toolchain path. Then we test if that worked by running the G++ compiler. Now we change the directory to the OpenSSL source code directory we just unpacked and run configure like it is mentioned in the documentation. Then we call the make command 3 times, each time with different parameters. First is depend, second is empty, third is install. And when that process is finished, we can find the DLL files in the dist directory. We copy those two DLL files over to our build directory. and run tiled. There are no more errors. We also run tiled from the Qt creator and confirm that there are no more errors. We then select all files in the build directory, pack them, and use the packed file as a backup. Then we try if our backup works. Which seems to be the case. In the preferences, we can also see that Python compiled successfully with tiled. To clean up, we remove the Python home environment variable and uninstall the other tools the usual way. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. Like if you did and subscribe.